Hello, and welcome to iCast Fireball. In this video, we will be learning about something that I think is important, but we've kind of skipped over in the last few videos, and that is violence. That's right, today we will be learning about the mechanics of D&D combat. On guard. Combat is one of the most fun parts of D&D. Unfortunately, it is also one of the most confusing. Hopefully by the end of this video you will kind of know how it works and therefore be able to have more fun when in combat. Combat always starts with an initiative roll. To find out what yours is, you're going to want to roll your d20 and add your initiative modifier. How you figure out your initiative modifier is just usually take your dexterity modifier, but it can be changed by magic items or spells or even abilities that classes have. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my initiative. I got a 15 plus 2, that's 17, so I will tell my DM 17 for initiative. Once you tell your initiative to the Dungeon Master, they will tell you and the other players the order in which you go. The character or monster with the highest initiative will go first, all the way down to the character and the monster with the lowest initiative, which will go last. The order then repeats itself until all of the player's characters are either dead or unconscious, or all of the bad guys are dead or unconscious. Each round of combat is 6 seconds long, and everything that happens, whether it be 2 things or 20 things, happen within those 6 seconds. There are 4 parts of every turn: the action, the bonus action, the reaction, and the free action. The action is the main part of the turn. This is where you attack or cast a spell. On your bonus action, you can also cast a spell, but you can only do that if that specific spell is able to be cast as a bonus action. There are also some class abilities which let you attack as a bonus action. The reaction is very specific. It can be taken whenever. It doesn't have to be your turn, but it has to be prompted by something. For example, the opportunity attack is a reaction, and you take it when someone moves out of your range. The attack itself is the reaction, but the prompt or trigger is them moving away from you, letting their guard down. The free action is by far the most limited. The only things you can do here are speak and use your movement to walk around the map. Let's say that I go first in this combat, mostly because it's my YouTube channel, I do what I want. So I'll attack with my scimitar. I'm going to roll my d20, and then add the hit bonus. That, for me, it's +4, but for some people it might be +7 or -1. So that is a 9, +4, that's 13, so that means I get a 13 to hit. I'll then compare this number to the armor class of the creature. The armor class is what decides what hits some creatures and what misses others. For example, let's say that this creature has an armor class of 12. Anything that matches or beats the armor class hits the creature, otherwise it misses or bounces off their armor. I'll then roll the damage for it. That is a 2 plus my 2 for the damage bonus, that's 4 damage, which means I will reduce the creature's current hit points by 4. Like in abilities and skill checks, natural 20s and natural 1s are special. If I were to roll a natural 20, that would be a critical hit. I would automatically hit it no matter what its armor class was, and I would also do double the damage. If I rolled a natural 1, on the other hand, I would miss and possibly hit something I didn't mean to hit, like maybe I cut down a tree or stab my friend. So then the monster will do this back to me, since we are the only 2 in this combat, and we will just keep going in circles until I am down to 0 hit points or I reduce it to 0 hit points. If a monster is reduced to 0 health, it is killed instantly. If a character is reduced to 0 health, it gets a little more complicated. If you lose all your health, you start making death saves. These are pure luck. You don't add any modifier to them. What you do is you roll your d20. If it is a 10 or higher, that is a success. If it is a 9 or lower, that is a failure. As usual, natural 20s and natural 1s have to be weird. A natural 20 makes you pop back up with 1 hit point, no matter how many death saves you've succeeded or failed. And a natural 1 counts for 2 failures. Keep in mind, while you're making death saves, you can be healed, and any healing assumes that you were at 0 hit points. For example, if I am at 2 health and I take 6 damage, I do not start over from -4, I start from 0 when it comes to healing. If you roll 3 successes, then your character is stable, which means that they're unconscious, so they can't do anything, but they're not at a risk of dying. If you roll 3 fails, then your character dies and can only be healed through a spell that brings back the dead, and yes, those do exist, thank goodness. And on that note, it's time to end the video. If you enjoyed it, or it helped you understand D&D even a little bit better, feel free to hit the like button, and click the subscribe button with post notifications turned on, so you don't miss out on any future video I add to the channel. If you have a question, drop it down in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll see you next time, and may the dice roll ever in your favor.